What's up guys, it's Red and today we're going to be looking at this Alton Hall class steam locomotive. This is the GWR's 4900 class and this is actually numbered 5972 and I absolutely love this. This is actually a very lovely locomotive. Actually just did my research on this and surprisingly, I found out that this Alton Hall has actually been used in the obviously not just for the Great Western Railway, but also for a film, which is the Harry Potter series, and don't quote me on that, but it seems to be be used in the Harry Potter films. Now, obviously, I don't have the Harry Potter train, but this is something probably quite similar, with especially the color and especially like the front part of it, not the tender. Obviously, this is a Hornby Railroad. It is DCC ready, as you can see there, and here is what it looks like. So if you want to have a look, you can. I don't know if they still make these, but I did get this second hand from a friend who I got this for over just $100. So I don't know the actual official price, but it should be there on the screen. And so yeah, I'm gonna get this out and I'm gonna place it on this track right here. Here it is. Here is the Alton Hall. There's the loco plate, and there's the Great Western Railway. Now, obviously, the Great Western Railway runs along the Western lines, and this is quite a very beautiful locomotive. As you see, there is dust on there. That's because it was second hand. So, obviously, reviewing it will be very tough to really say because it has been obviously used. Now this is my first time doing a review on a second-hand locomotive. Is it really worth it? That is the question. So getting it on will probably be really easy. I do have the ramp over here, so I might use that just to get the majority of it on and just slide it along. So now since we got it on, it is a 460 locomotive. Usually they will classify the locomotives by how many little front wheels it has, the main driving wheels, and any trailing wheels. Now that's how you kind of know it, because it's obviously got 4 wheels at the front. These are kind of just like the guiders, your 6 driving wheels, and obviously since there is no trailing wheels, that becomes 0. Obviously you might say, oh, but what about the tender? Well, the tender is just a whole different thing to itself. And obviously looking at this, it seems to be a copper funnel here. Nice and shiny-ish. It looks really good. Obviously, mainly for all of this, I'm actually looking at all the driving wheels and the rods are actually looking in pristine condition. Now, when I was actually pulling it out, I actually saw this. Now bring it up. You can see this is actually basically your forwards and reversal. So this is your old time reversal, because in the steam trains it's basically just a little spindle that basically just spin it and then it'll either go forward or go backwards. Normally they'll be found on this side of the locomotive, but I see it's on this side of the locomotive. Actually having a look in there, really hard to see, but I'll just alter on that camera. There is actually just not a lot of detail, but like there is detail of the inside of the cab there. They do have the handbrake, the tender handbrake up here, and also the water valve handle. Inside I can really see nice little 2 seats for the fireman and the driver. And the windows actually look very pristine condition. So we're gonna get tested on my small test track, and let's see how it goes. Now here's actually the setup. So I actually got the platform 2 track on, and I've actually managed to get running around on its track, and it's just kind of just ends there. I should probably move this out of the way, but there you go. So we're basically just running along this small section of track, and I've put the LMS brake van because I can. And so yeah, let's give this a bit of a test run. I'll get it the right way. And let's hit the platform. And now let's put it in reverse. Now look at those gears go. Ooh, very fancy. Okay, let's see how slow we can actually get this to crawl. Alright, this is the slowest it's going to be crawling, as you can see. Takes a while, so let's get this up to speed a bit. It really handles the radius really well. I don't have any steep ones, so I can not really test how far I can actually go. But I'm gonna say probably second radius, maybe third it can actually handle. Yeah, look at that. Now I'm gonna push it all the way to the back, and let's see how fast it actually goes. I'll see it hitting the platform. Changing it the other way, and let's see how it goes. Alright, that was actually pretty good for some speed. I actually put it on to full, and that is amazing. That was actually pretty good. Now obviously, it being a second hand, that was actually pretty good for operational speeds. So now I have to get probably like lots of wagons now for this locomotive, because I've got the wider couplings and I don't have the standard little NEMs. So I have to find a lot of these to go with it now. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and I hope you guys actually have a great day. See you in another video. Bye.